Hey, it's Mike, the artist turned cabinet painter. Yeah, here's my quick mock-up sketch. It all seems so easy. Talking at you from Waukesha, Wisconsin, the week between Christmas and New Year's. I thought I would take on the weekend project by Rustoleum, as Rustoleum calls it, to redo and reliven and refurbish your cabinets. Well, let's just tell you that it's day 3 and those are 7-hour days that I've got in here. Thank God we sold our dining room table because I've transitioned our dining room into a work area. But let's give you some real life stories here, not some the bubbling blonde or buxom brunette talking on YouTube about how easy it was for her little workshop hubby to finish this. 32 doors, 6 drawers taken out. We left everything in the cabinets. That's 14 years old. While we think we have a clean kitchen, the grease buildup in areas above the stove was incredible. So it took me a lot of hours just to take all the doors off. Then we got things like this. Stove, drawer. Boom. Oops. Well, there's an interesting design challenge. What do you do with that one? I can't get the drawer out unless I take the stove out. And to get it all the way out means I have to unhook the gas line. So, did you think about that one? How about this? The refrigerator. Not a lot of room, right? Well, what about the side cabinet there? Is anybody ever gonna look there? Yeah, you probably gotta take it out. And then you've got these so-called kick plates at the floor level. Not many, but what a pain in the you-know-what to get down there. Oh, and you want to pull that oak quarter round to get around it? Or should you paint that? Decisions. So some of our drawers are pretty beat up. I've sanded them down a little bit. We went TSP on everything. Then I went to the Goof Off and Goo Gone on the heavy grease areas. And then I'm actually getting to the first step using the Rustoleum Cabinet Deglosser, step 1. Yeah, I'm about 15 hours into it. I've got all of the frames deglossed. I'm into the doors now. I've stacked them all up here. And I did number everything somewhere. On the back, I put a number. So here's all my hardware. Some people said, oh yeah, put all your hardware in separate cups that correspond with the number of the door. Why? They're all the same. They're all the same. I don't need to separate similar items. All my doorknobs and hardware. So that's really the setup here. A lot of work on the deglossing and preparation part. And I haven't even picked up a paintbrush. Alright, so that gives you kind of the setup of where we're at going into the 3rd day. Yeah, I hope to finish the first bond coat. Hopefully on at least the frames today. I don't know about the doors. We'll see where we're at. Later. This is the deglossing step. I am a monkey. I am on door 32. I am about to blow my brains out. Deglossing. Let's review the steps. Take one of these supplied pads. Squirt an enormous amount of liquid on the pad. Look at your door. It's dirty. It needs to be deglossed. Start with the back. Please zoom in, camera girl. And just start scrubbing. Oh boy, this is fun. How do you know if it's clean? You don't know if it's clean. You just keep going. Because, well, that's what they say to do, is to keep deglossing. And just scrub. Note to self, I bought a box of gloves. I put on 2 pair of gloves. They're garbage. They will be thrown away after the 6th door. But they protect your hands, because I am a good monkey. I protect myself. Be protected. Use protection. However you want to read that. You scrub, scrub, scrub. Then take another cloth. Note to self, buy lots of cloths. Wipe down the glossing liquid. And finally, take another rag and dry the surface that you just deglossed. And look at that. It looks just like before I deglossed, but somehow it's clean. Flip it over and do it again. Note the fun little grooves that you get to get in there and scrape that off and clean it up and have fun, fun, fun. Okay, see you on the next step. Hey, it's Mike on day 4. Yes, day 4. Got my coffee. It's early. What do we got? Before 8. What did we do? We got in 7 hours yesterday. I finished cleaning, deglossing doors, and got on my first coat of the Bond. We went with the Federal Gray. So I didn't even get all of the framework done. I just got most of it. Anyway, you can see it doesn't put on a real heavy coat, but I get it. It's really thin, so you've got to get you got to be good with the paintbrush. Speaking of that, I bought some economy brushes, but after further review, I went with the Purdy, the good stuff, angled. That way you can get in little corners like that up there, and all these little details and things like this. Who would have thunk on the dishwasher? You know, that nasty area right there. Well, that's cabinetry. Somehow you've got to get into that groove and get that figured out. I can see I got a little cleanup to do in here. The extra cleaning and sanding definitely paid off. I had no adhesion problems with the Bond. So, continuing our journey on applying first coat Bond. Oh, one extra benefit was I pulled the refrigerator out. Yep, I did it. And lo and behold, there was a marble underneath the refrigerator from the cat. Thus, I ended up with this beautiful, deep indentation in my wood floor. So, extra benefit. Glad I took on this project. Off we go, day 4. Happy New Year. I got my little worker. After an hour of supervision, we're actually into the Bond coat on the doors. Backside first. Well, at least that's what they said. You can do whatever the heck you want. It's pretty soupy. You get in there. Let me do a quick quality control check. Yeah, I guess it meets my expectations for 2016. So off we go with 32 doors, 2 coats of the Federal Gray. Honey, you got a little slop going right there. Make sure you clean that up.
Quiet.
All right, that's the way it goes for me. Talk to you a little bit. Yeah, what does he have to say about it? This is what I usually paint. Award-winning landscapes. Maybe kick that out a little bit on the drums, but for now, it's winter, New Year's Day in Wisconsin. I can't be outside in my garage as others suggested, so you can do it during the summer, or got her set up in the basement here, assembly line. Everything's numbered. Though they are kind of a pain in the butt, what do you do with the numbers? On and off and on and off. So there's my little assembly line. We'll get this going. See what he thinks. It's already miserable. Yeah. Who's the goat now? Oh, these doors, man, they're tough. I recommend, at least what's working for me, got them up on cups here, is to do the edge first. I'm on the tops now. I got the back sides done. I'm working on the tops because you get drips everywhere. Know that I'm a perfectionist, so if you do this edge first, kind of work your way around the whole door, then come back up on the top, then come back down again, kind of clean up any overage. Seems to work the best, but man, it's a pain in the butt. Onto the tops of these doors. These are what my doors look like. Got that bevel. So to get that paint in there, fill in the gaps. A thinner coat seems to work better. And you got to work fast. It kind of dries. Get it thin. This first pass. Trying to film and paint, it's hard. Get those brush marks out of there. Really can't see them, there you go. It's hard to keep the brush marks out, but thinner is better on this first pass. Okay, here we go. Alright, day 7. This will be the day that I get this damn project done. This clear coat, or this I got a protective coat, I would say is as hard as anything else. It goes so fast. You need to get in a light situation where you can see what isn't coated. You have to go so fast. You've only got about half a minute between the stuff setting up where it's so tacky. And you got to get at this angle where you can see where it's wet and what wasn't touched. Why they suggest a light coat. You have to really push hard. So I got this nice Worcester Pro brush. The synthetic nylon that they suggested just doesn't hold up to that pressure. You have to push hard and go fast. So I've tried both. This seems to be the one. And it's a pain. But off we go. Alright. You also get these nice little buildups in the grooves. I don't know. I've mucked around a couple different ways to try to get it cleaned up. Of course, when you start dabbling, you get the brush marks that show up because you want to get the directional coated. Here you can see this is a little bit, if it picks that up or not. Looks like it's not quite wet enough. Then you got the edges to deal with too. I don't know whether it would be good to do the edges first separately and then come back at it. But so that's the fun part of the final top coat. Make sure all the wood paint look good, and trying to wrap this up. So let's keep pushing. OMG. Beyond my wildest dreams, and contrary to Rustoleum's Weekend Warrior project. It's done. Federal gray. It looks alright. The transformation. I've got my old cutting board and I gotta figure out what to do with that yet. So we put where do we put the little pads on? Put the little pads on the back there. Spray painted all the hardware to go with our brushed nickel. Little issue there. Make some adjustments on the hinges. Other than that, there you have it. Rustoleum's Paint Your Kitchen Cabinet project.
In 10 days.
Yeah, in 7 days, 7,000 hours, and 14 pots of coffee. All right. This is Mike, January 3rd, 2015, signing out.